Hello, welcome to Z Explains BG. I am Z, playing a 3-point match on backgammonhub.com, and we will try to play well. Good match to my opponent. We should be splitting in some fashion. Probably 3 down, split with the 2. So I say that, I don't know what I should be doing here, splitting or building. It's 8-point stripped, so probably gives a little extra oomph to splitting 24 to 23. Like if there's a spare on the 8-point, that actually might swing the decision 6 to 5. Okay, can make the 9. Seems like a decent asset. So he's maybe locking up the decent assets better than doing stuff in the backfield, even though maybe I do want to kind of get the guys going a little bit. I don't think I missed a cube there. She's probably making the 3 and the 2. Yeah, that is best. And then he should go double pass, I think. I don't think it's strong enough to play. Now it's strong enough to play on for the gammon. But yeah, with the blot on the ace, that seems a little problematic. Here I don't know. I mean, it's either too good or double pass. If I enter, or I can take, so this sort of implies it's maybe double pass. Okay, I cannot take this, but maybe I can save the gammon. Ooh, leave me a shot? No. Oh, she's making the 4 points of play there also, but I don't want to waste the pips for the gammon save. Well, now it looks like it's okay. Waste a few pips to make the 4, keep the anchor, not get hits. Actually, I'm not actually sure about this, but he's got a few blotters. And it's not too wasteful. Good. This looks a little suspicious. I think it might be this. It definitely gains on stuff like 3-1, 4-1, versus say this, where I don't get two crossovers. Or another, maybe another way to see it is like if I go to the 14 point, my 2s are duplicated. Well, I did transpose, as the chess players like to say. Good. I think I just miss on 2-1. Oh, crap. All right, at least I'm still alive in the match. He never cubed me. Probably make the 5. It's giving up 2 points to make 1, but obviously it's the 5 and he's hitting me. Now I don't know. I mean, I'm a little inclined to play out to the 15 point, hitting him along the way. I'm not sure how that compares to like building on the home front though. Nah, this ain't right. This is right. Eight to 2. 15 to 10, 22 to 21, 15 to 9. Jumping out of the outfield. I mean, gammons don't really help me very much, so even if hitting is right for money, it might be wrong at the score. And I'd be a little unsure about money. But I don't know. Well, we'll take a look at the computer analysis afterwards. That was a tough play for me. Hopefully some stuff's a little close, because it was certainly unclear to me. See if he goes after me here. He does correctly, I believe. Ooh. I think he should continue to hit 3 to 2 squared. Well, I have the blot. I have this blot here, and he has the stronger board. All right, so I'm kind of feeling this for some reason. Because it locks in these 4 guys. If I hit, it doesn't look like I have as much. It seems a little unusual, but I know I'm getting stuck. Yeah, I don't know about that one. That looks weird. I think I should just play 13 to 7 there. Hope his counter prime holds, you know. Definitely jump. See if he figures it out. No, he does not. Boy. Could actually backgammon him sometimes if I get a 6 checker back and stuff. I mean, maybe this is unnecessary, but like, how do I get into trouble here? And I'm thinking about upping the backgammons. I mean, three way, 1-away Crawford. Backgammons must be crazy valuable. Kind of like that he has 4 dead checkers, so he can't close me out. Whew. I mean, it's a lot of shots anyways back there. This is way better with miss, although there's not a ton of misses. In fact, 6-6, 1 hits, like 29 shots, I believe. So 17, a bunch more. That's the other thing. I don't love leaving a blot on my ace point in case I hit him at some point. Then I get the second guy hit, and then maybe he can win. so likely it's going to be, well, we'll see if it's 2-2 or 2-1. Yeah, actually, no, he could conceivably stay back for a while, hit a shot, and win this. Not if I do this, though. Good. All right, so no gammon, so 2-1. I got to remember to cube them right away. I always like to tell myself that just to make sure I don't forget. There's a trick sometimes I've heard about, and I think I've seen someone try it against me once. In a live tournament match, they'll take a bathroom break in between, right before this 2-away 1-away post Crawford game, in hopes that your your mind sort of resets and you forget that you need to double right away. Don't do that. I don't know. That's very questionable ethically. I mean, unless you actually have to go to the bathroom, then that's fine, obviously. Um, 15 points, a little tough to clear. Yeah, 6-1 definitely has its merits in that I'm sort of pushing them up, but on balance, I sort of like what I did. Like, you don't want to hang it back on the 24 point, just causing a lots of long-term problems playing safely. So I was very glad to see him play the 2 up like this. Is this a shot? This might be a shot. Okay, so 6 is either here, in which case the 3 is a shot. 6 is here, in which case the 3 is a shot. So I guess it's this. Darn it. Nice. I'm definitely not sure about running there or not. Just looks like even when I get away with it, it's just pretty tough. Like, even after he misses on the first roll, it's just pretty tough to get the guy around. All right, so it's either making the 5 or picking and passing. 6. Make the 4 here. Is that a play? Keep a 5-point board longer? No, I don't think so. Because he's a shot at it. It's kind of a big deal. Shoot. Get 5-1 to jump out. 6-5. Shoot, I was almost home. Oh, I'm dead. Shoot. It's a little bit of a tricky match. Mostly I'm comfortable with my decisions, but not 100% of them. So we'll take a look. We'll take a look and see what I got wrong. See if he sees the 7. See if he sees the 6 prime. Yeah, there he goes. Yeah, he's playing okay. Should have cubed me that first game though. A few times maybe. All right, down to Slime Vig. Ooh, double shots. Yeah, so to simplify, I mean, maybe this looks confusing at first glance to like a beginner player, but if you can recognize that the six is forced, it becomes a lot simpler to like analyze. He did end up making the right play. This doesn't get hit on 5-5. Oh, am I playing 11 to 5 to 2 maybe? Yeah, safest. Ooh. Ooh. I'm pretty sure people do that on purpose, where they go to the bathroom before this 2-away, 1-away post Crawford game. Like I noticed someone doing that at one point, and I don't know if he was doing it on purpose to try to trick his opponent. But then I like asked a friend of mine, "Oh, is this the thing?" And he's like, "Yeah, that's a thing." I mean, he's seen it before. Um, okay, so this is nines, all nines, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think this is 13 shots. This is more. Let's see. Well, let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, this is more, I believe. All right. Okay, I would have hit the other way. I mean, there's more to life than minimizing shots there. Like if I get away with it, I think I prefer the other one. But it looked like it looked like a significant difference in the number of shots. Okay, looks like there might be some duplication here with like 5-4. So probably this is right. Ooh, 6-4. Yeah, this seems unnecessary to me. Now that's a big error because even when I roll a 2, I mean my board is so weak that it's not. I don't know. It's not crazy. I can certainly solve some problems on the dances, but yeah, it doesn't seem necessary to me to give me like that hit option there. Like it's not super important to fill in the 2 point right away, for instance. Well, I have 2 on the roof. It's a good match. Definitely had some extra chances there that I didn't expect to have. Okay, so we shall import this into XG and then take a look at some of these decisions. Oh, I only had 20 seconds left. Okay, no, I played well apparently. He played decently. I think it looked like his PR was like much higher in general, so I think he played like a decent match for him. So congrats to the opponent. 3-1, yeah, good. Okay, so what did I do? Okay, I just had a bunch of checker play stuff. Yeah, he never gave me a like a cube problem. Like maybe he could have given me some like tougher decisions, and maybe a tough decision or two in the first game. I don't know. 3-2. Okay, he should. Oh no, I'm sorry. I have him on the bottom. I should put me on the bottom. Oh, 4-1. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how do you decide between 6-5 and 24-23 here? I mean, one clue is 6-5 is like really nice, I guess. Right, because it bears in. It's another builder that bears in the the whole inner board. Um, but I don't know. I mean, 24 to 23 looks sort of productive too. So I guess maybe another clue is like the race isn't great for me. So if I get into a priming game with them, I have the better timing. But that seems pretty minor because the pip count is dead even after the roll. I don't know. I feel like I was guessing here, and I don't know what the I don't know what the factors are really. They both look similar to me. They both look sort of similarly productive. Ooh, and okay, here it was actually. Oh no, on appeal it does like 13 to 9, but it thinks this is close for some reason, which doesn't look that close to me. But I guess it's because his 8 point is gone. That he kind of likes the 23 point. On the other hand, he's going to make the 8 point a lot of the time, and those guys in the 23 is going to be stuck. I guess the fly. I'm not paying huge to the fly shots because he has these blots in the outfield that he wants to build with. Yeah, I don't know. This surprises me that is that close. All right, like this should go double. Oh no, this is too good. Oh no, he correctly plays on here. Yeah, I would have probably cashed this one in. One thing maybe going on is at the score, I have to be kind of careful about taking. So even when things start going well for me, sometimes he still gets in a good cube. Like, let me show you one variant. Like for money, say, I think he has more incentive to cash this one in rather than play on. If he owns the cube for money versus cube in the middle, three away, three away. Because some of the stuff that like gets me back in the game for money, I still have to pass that. Or maybe I take, but maybe it's like a close take at the score, where like you gotta be pretty careful about taking. So that's what makes it too good at this score, but probably double pass for money if he owns the cube. But yeah, good play on by the opponent there. And then then I enter, and then there's some question, and then he's clearly too good after it. And then I enter, and then I thought might be some question about whether he should cash this one in. Because if I roll an immediate 4, I think I have a take, depending on what he rolled before that. But yeah, the gammons are just huge. He wins 54% gammons, so yeah, that's too good. And then yeah, I'm a little cognizant of not wasting too many pips here. In other words, I don't necessarily want to build the points in my board because he's just going to power off a gammon sometimes. Like that's right. So you could make the 4 point. Apparently the computer doesn't mind it, but it does lose more gammons than my play. So I guess it's going to like my 4-4 okay, where I do waste a few pips, but I get four crossovers, so that's not so bad. Okay, now I don't waste anything. I don't waste anything, and then I get gammon here somehow. Oh yes, this is an important play, I think. 3-3-1 here. I saw. Okay, it's .01. I thought it'd be a bigger deal. I think it might be a bigger deal in other circumstances. Like 18 to 14, twos are duplicated. Twos to cross over here, twos to cross over into the inner board efficiently. But it's just like it's numbers like 3-1, 3-1, 4-1 that are big swings. Okay, it's not a big deal because he has 7 checkers left. Yeah, it's getting a little bit of a bigger deal here. Okay, this doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, but you see, you kind of need 2 crossovers next roll, right? Because you want to be left with You want to be left with 2 crossovers to save the gammon on the next roll. You don't want like an odd number of crossovers. You want an even number of crossovers because you're rolling 2 dice. And so yeah, if you're left with this position, certain aces only cross over once. Even 6-1. So anyways, glad I thought about that. I believe I have made that mistake before in the past. Unfortunately, he gammons me anyways. Okay, good. Yeah, hitting is correct here. Going to the 15. Building in some fashion is a blunder. If you could build 2 good points as opposed to 1 as opposed to hitting, maybe it'd be more of a play. Okay, 2-2. Oh, I should have gone with my first impulse here. Yeah, so I build the 5 and the 4 points, but I guess it lets him out too much and it's a shot in the outfield. So the computer wants to do this. Go 15 to 11, 6 to 4 squared. Fine. Not a huge deal though. Till he rolls a nice 6-6. I'm like, what the heck. All right, so 8. Yeah, okay. There is stuff fairly close here between a bunch of stuff. Apparently, hitting is better than the run play that I chose, the non-hit play that I chose. Apparently, all the right non-hit plays move the back checker to get that guy going, not leave a shot on my outfield. I did actually think about that play, but I thought I want to get hit in my own outfield, so he has to give up the anchor to hit me, I think maybe the computer's problem with it is this guy's under attack and there's this big stack on the 6. So he kind of wants to go after this guy too. So my play sort of exposed on both sides of the board a little bit. So apparently the computer's top choice is this or this. Yeah, maybe I can find that if I think about it more precisely. Okay, great 1-1. 6-3 is fairly close here. Well, that's funny that they did 2 completely different plans, right? Hitting on the 18 and playing 7 to 4. This guy. So he's going to have like this 1-3 game. He could go forward too if he gets a lucky hit in the outfield. If he doesn't hit, he's going to have like this okay 1-3 game where maybe I can break his timing, but the problem is I'm like probably not going to be able to make my 7-point very clear. I'm not going to be able to make my 7-point. So he's going to maybe get to extricate that 5th checker and maintain his timing that way. So it looked like a viable game plan if I do this. That's why I chose like this, which I don't know. I mean, he has other viable game plans here. Hitting in the outfield, maybe attacking me inside, counter priming, maybe rolling a 6 and escaping at some point. But yeah, the plans are pretty close according to the computer. Against a weaker player, maybe you like this position. Maybe it's not going to be that clear how to play. Oh, hey Simon, good to see you. Yeah, the 6-3. Okay, so you would have hit. So you're saying you oh no, I'm sorry. Would you have done my play or hit? Maybe you would have done my play, right? You're saying my play looks better. I thought at the time, like if any play is right by a lot, is going to be the prime play. But yeah, apparently it's fairly close. It looks like you might be right about it though, because I started a quick rollout. And the rollout does seem to prefer building the prime, although I suspect it's still going to be kind of close. Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know how long we have to roll this out for, but yeah, the rollout has it as quite close. Maybe preferring this, but yeah, you'd have to roll it. I never care if it's like close. I never care to roll it out to find the quote unquote right answer. Some people do that. I never really I never really thought it was a big deal. Like Marty Storr tends to do that. Like I'll do like he'll have like a close play, in like a complicated position, and he'll like roll it out with like really strong settings to find the right answer, the quote unquote right answer. And it's like I never really care. Like if it's unclear to me, and then like I see that the I see that the play is close, isn't that like good enough? like who cares if it's like one play is right by point oh 0.01 or the other play is right by point oh 0.01 in a complicated position? Like how you're not going to be able to like distinguish between the two, especially when the plays are like very very different, like they are here. But anyway, so yeah, you were saying the computer's point is if you do my play, he has counter prime potential, which is true with this awesome structure. Um, Either he could hit me with an ace, send another checker back, or just build a seven, and then I'm pretty stuck back there for a while. Like he could build a seven, roll a six, and then win the priming battle that way. Um, in fact, so after my play rolls 4-2, yeah, he should just prime me. Well, his play isn't completely crazy apparently. It's only point 0.1 wrong. But yeah, then he just crumbles. And then I don't know. Everything is probably going to be pretty close here. He's kind of dead no matter what I do. I stay back here, maybe upping the backgammons a little bit. Maybe. This 3 away, 1 away Crawford score. Oh, this is a pretty big error. Yeah, probably most people are getting this right. Um, you save like a lot of shots by staying back. For a good decent number of shots. Let's see. So I come out. I calculated that. So it's a triple shot. Right, it's twos, threes, and fours. If you don't count the combo shots, that's 27 shots. Plus 1-1, and then plus 6-6. I think that's it. So it's 29 shots to come out. If you stay back, the shots maybe are less painful because he's got to leave a blot in his board a lot of the time when he hits me. In fact, he should. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Yeah. I mean, often that's right to pay extra shots to get closer to home, and not leave a blot in the board. So I thought maybe that was worth the extra shots. You're a lot closer to home if you happen to get missed. Well, let's see. Okay, so this is 17 plus there's 4 additional 7s, so that's 21 plus 4, 4, 5, 3. 24. Yeah, so you're only saving like 5 shots by staying back. I guess the shots are just less painful, maybe. I think you'd rather get hit on his 6 point than in the outfield. But yeah, I was a little leery about leaving the blot too. Like, okay, I get a lucky hit and then he hits me back. Yeah, I don't know. It is a little bit of a productive 4 in that you can fill in that 1 point nicely. Yeah, once again, I probably screwed this up. I come out. Okay, so it's all very close here. Mostly I was just thinking about minimizing shots and getting a little closer to home. And then, okay, yeah, good. Bearing off 2 here. I don't know. Leaves more blot numbers. Likes to hit here for like a point four extra backgammons when you hit. I did not think about that. But like I said, big deal at the score. Okay, so it's 2-1. I do not forget to cube him. He correctly takes. He makes an okay. He makes yeah. He should hit me, and then the builders are a little thin, so he should go 13 to 11. Okay, this is correct. I wasn't sure, honestly, I wasn't sure making the one was wrong. Apparently there's a blunder to do this because I kind of wanted to get him off the ace point. I didn't like the fact that I needed to clear the 15 point here, and the builders, you know, this is much better builders for the inner board. Okay, make a lot of progress. Then I roll like this weird 6-3 where strangely I'm forced to leave a shot. Um, so I play 10 to 1. Oh, okay, yeah, no, the computer's play is better here. I actually didn't see 10 to 7, 8 to 2. Um, okay, yeah, the 5-5. Well, what I was thinking, yeah, no, you're right. I mean, you're right. It's a very bad play. I was thinking I would gain if he rolled like a 5-1 or something, because he's no longer hanging back on the ace points. But yeah, that's not good for me because now he's patrolling the outfield very well. So I guess this play is probably clearer than I was making out to be. Yeah, no part of me wants to. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, you have a better handle on this than I do. Anyways, yeah, the 6-3. Yeah, you have to leave a shot somewhere. So you play 10 to 7, and the computer wants to slot the 2 point because it's a better point and it's easier to cover. My play is better distribution out here, though. He rolls a great 6-1. I wouldn't have got 6-3. You wouldn't have rolled 6-3. Yeah. That's probably the only blot number there. Yeah, 6-2. 6-2 is safe, for instance. Okay, 6-2. Oh, similar. Yeah. So here's a tricky play, right? You can you're up in the race huge, so there's some temptation to run, but it's a million shots, and you get away with it, and it's still hard to bring it home. So that's why I said, well, I'll build a board for now and hope for a better run number later after my board is better. I wouldn't have gotten the right play. I mean, yeah, I didn't even see it. I mean, I think I would have saw it if I think I would have found it if I considered it, because distribution is worse, but it's easier to cover. I wonder about hidden cover numbers a little bit too. Um, hmm. I don't know about hidden cover numbers. That looks similar. Like say he misses, and I maybe have a similar number of hidden cover numbers. Yeah, the 6-2. I was tempted to run, but I just thought it's too dangerous. It's possible I'm wrong. I mean, it's possible. I'm sure it's close. And I guess if you do jump with the 6, it's probably a similar number of shots to come out to the 16 point, and you're closer to home. You know, 5-1. Okay, to get a decent 5-1, I'm thinking, okay, just jump. 8-3-7-2. This looks weird to me. Is the computer wrong here? So obviously you're making the 3 and then playing 6-1 with one of them. The computer wants to actually strip the 7 point with the last one, as opposed to leaving like spares on both the 7 and the 6 point. I don't get that. Or is it because there's some numbers like 4-3 or something that clear the 7 point next roll or something? I don't know. Maybe the 4-ply is wrong. No, the 4-ply is probably not wrong. So yes, I like the spares on both the 7 and the 6 points. This is weird. Oh, 5. No, 5-5 is a wash, pretty much, right? Yeah, pretty much. Swing on. I mean, 1-1. If you can roll it one, he dances. You roll 1-1. You prefer this. You prefer this. Yeah, I don't know. This list looks. Oh, I guess maybe there's some value in having the spares on the 2 and the 1 versus the 1 and the 1. I don't know. I think most people are doing this. Oh, you just want the crossover. I see. Okay. Well, yeah. So my play. The only thing I was thinking about was being a little more having the builders like a little more diverse. But you're saying like, oh, it's good to cross. It's good to cross over. I see. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe the spare the it's just like the spare the extra like the extra flexibility I get just isn't really worth anything here. You want the checker, right? Yeah, when it's done, I guess. Yeah, I mean you're probably right. I'm just having a little trouble seeing point oh 0.02 here. Huh. I mean, this does look pretty clean once I put it up on the board. You know, like a nice even up top, nice extra spare on the six, a little bit of flexibility down there. But I don't know. It's probably is very close. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. So you're saying like if I get the guy around, this structure is better than the other structure? Yeah, a little bit maybe. Anyways, yeah, Roulette agrees with you. You want this structure versus this structure. Oh, pick and pass here. Oh, I did see pick and pass, but I thought, okay, I want him to dance more, so I do this. Sparrowly's pretty close. 3-1. It's okay. I thought a little bit about making the four here, like this, because maybe it breaks down a little better, but it's not. It's definitely not worth the shot. Oh no, no. Here I thought about making the four. I didn't think about it last turn. There was a similar play I missed. Trying to think what the difference was. I saw this type of play actually be correct recently, um, where you volunteer a shot. You're trying to escape. You're trying to escape one or two back checkers, and you volunteer a shot for a more robust front position. It was a very interesting play. I didn't even consider it at the time, but it was in sort of a similar situation. I think I had two. I think I had two checkers to escape. Was that the difference? Maybe that's the difference. Because getting, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's going to make a difference here. No, it does make a difference. Isn't that cute? Yeah, it does make the 4 point here. Because getting, right. I think I see it. What if there's one on the roof though? Huh. Yeah, it makes the four here. Yeah, I think what's going on is if you just have one checker back, getting a second checker back is a complete disaster. Because like it's pretty easy to escape one checker, and it's going to be really hard to escape two checkers. Meanwhile, if you already have two checkers back, getting a third checker sent back isn't as big a deal because it's like it goes from like hard to a little harder to escape everybody versus a situation like this where it goes from easy to hard. So it's less of a swing. It's less of a swing if you already have two checkers back. Yeah. Right. Yeah, you need the time. Huh. Yeah, you need the time more when you have two checkers back, I think. Like here, yeah, here it's not. Yeah, it's just not that hard to get that last command going. Terrible to crunch with two men back. Huh. So like, say you have two men back. Yeah, you start crunching horribly. Yeah, with one man back, maybe it's not so bad. Huh. That's tricky stuff. Yeah, that play was only on my mind because of a blunder that I made very recently, where it was right to make the four. It's funny that it came up. I mean, I'm not sure I've like actually seen that in recent memory. It's funny that it's come up like sort of two times in the last like week for me. Like the possibility of doing that. You're more likely to crunch with two men back. I see what you're saying. You know, huh? Anyways, yeah, I wasn't too tempted to make the four. Although I'm glad I saw it. I do start crunching, but yes, as you say, like it's not like I don't know, it's not like so horrible. 'Cause I still just need to get the guy out. I choose the worst. Apparently, I choose the worst play here. Um, so I don't know why it wants to do this so bad. It is often good to kill you kill your sixes by stepping up, but your sixes are I don't think it's a big deal here. Like my fives are killed after my play, and I have like kind of two extra numbers to move to at least the 18 points, right? Because I got 5-1 working here. Um, this leaving the checker on the 6 point duplicates 6-6. So is that the difference? Like for example, if I do my play, he has crushing fives and he has a crushing 6-6. Right, so he has 12 crushing numbers. Um, you do the computer's play. He has crushing sixes and a crushing 6-6, but the 6-6 is already counted. So he has 11 crushing numbers. I think that's is that the difference? Is that the only difference? Okay, but it's the same. It's the same. I think it's the same number of numbers as safety of the blot. I did think about that at the time, right? Like you leave it here, you have. I mean, this is no. It's actually more my way. Kinda. What I'm thinking is just when looking at single numbers, you do the computer's play. You have threes, fours, and fives to safety, but fives are duplicated. If you do my play, you have twos, threes, and fours to safety, so it's kind of the same number, except none of them are duplicated with the jumping number. So I think it's the 6-6 duplication. I think. I don't know how we can test that though. But yeah, I mean it is. I mean it is a factor, right? Because 12. I'm giving him 12 crushing numbers versus 11 crushing numbers. Definitely did not think about that at the time. 6-5. That's would have worked out better the other way, probably. Yeah. Huh. And to me, it looked kind of natural to like do that and kind of kill the fives. I don't know. All right, I do get an anchor. I'm about 10% here. Yeah. Mostly, I was thinking. What was I thinking at the time? Well, what I wanted to stay back so I could get a 5-1 to run in addition to sixes. But if I do that, like why not play 2-1? Why not do this or 3-2 say? Um, and I'm not sure why I didn't. Maybe there's like a and in fact the computer agrees that it's better not to play 6-5. I was thinking a little bit about killing my fives, I think, but that doesn't really matter. But yeah, you're right. I think I should. If I stay back, I should. The computer says I should play 2-1. Maybe there's something here where like he rolls a 5 or a 4, and then I get some pick and pass numbers. Whereas that's less true here because one of his entries is 6, and then I don't get any pick and pass numbers. But yeah, there are that factor where like I get that extra 1-5 does sort of argue for staying back. But yeah, it wants something like this. Yeah, I see. Oh, I see what you're saying. But isn't that true the other way? So you're saying you do my play, and then I can't safety with the 5. Yeah, I don't think that's a factor because I mean I can't safety with a 2 here, well I don't know. Actually, those twos like a 2-3 I can safety with, for instance. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe there is something there also. So you say essentially you're saying there's fewer of the non-jump numbers. There's fewer safety numbers here. I'm sorry, there's fewer safety numbers here. Even though it's kind of a triple shot either way, 2-3-2-3-4. Yeah, I see. Okay. Yeah. You might be right. I'm having a little trouble seeing it though, without actually going through all the numbers. Anyways, I do manage to roll a nice 6-5, but he hits me right away. And then I feel like I'm dead, but I do get to anchor, and like I said, I'm about 10% here. Luckily, he leaves a double shot. And then I run and minimize shots, I believe. Oh, right, because I didn't, the thing I didn't like about this was I didn't want to get hit with 5-5. A little closer to home here. Okay, choose to minimize again. I get hit again. Do I enter here? Okay, enter here. I enter here. I believe I minimize shots again here. Kind of got to go through the numbers though, unless somehow it's obvious to you. Believe I minimize shots here as well. So apart from 1-5 and 6-5, I see 6-6. Yeah, 6. So you're saying if I roll, I'm sorry, the gets hit with 6-6. Are you still thinking about the play with the 3-1, or is that are you thinking about these plays where I'm trying to come around? Yeah, the 2-1. Yeah, the 2-1. I was mostly just focused on minimizing shots. I didn't actually count it up here because I saw there was some duplication of like 5-4, for instance. And there are more 7s than 9s in this game, also. So I'd rather leave the guy on the 9 point than the 7 point. The 6-2, gotcha. So this guy, yeah, here I actually did count up all the shots. The other way, the other way is more shots, I believe. Excuse me. Yeah, this stuff is sort of tricky. You got to you actually got to do the work here, I think, and cut off the shots often, unless you have some shortcut. Oh no, opponent makes a good play here, or makes an okay play here, slotting the 2. And then I just lose. So, but it was one of the plays where I'm like trying to come around safely that you're thinking about. Oh, there's this play. Yeah, this play. Yeah, 6-6-6 is a shot here, in addition to all threes, and then that's it, I think. 5-5 is safe. Yeah, this was pretty clear to me at the time. What else can you do? This might be this is obviously a lot more shots in the outfield. Not putting the second guy up. It is better when missed, I think. You're sort of closer to being home, and you have a chance to make the 3-point. But yeah, it's just way too many. It's way too many extra shots, I think. I'm actually a little surprised it's like this close. Like I would expect this to be a much bigger blunder. Oh, okay. The reason why my gut says this is way wrong, I think, is because if it was doubled money, say, this loses like a lot more gammons, and doesn't win as many gammons also. So this is a much bigger blunder for this is a much bigger blunder for money. Oh, the 5-3. Let's go back to the 5-3. Oh right, yeah, the 5-3. I'm getting hit on 6-6 also. So maybe it's the same number of shots. Is that right? The same number of shots here. So this is only threes and 6-6. This is only threes and 5-5. 4-4 misses. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I did not get this right for the right reason, I guess. So what is the right reason? I mean, this looks pretty comfortable. Two guys kind of connected in the outfield. God, you got some numbers that make the 3-point here, which is nice. More numbers that make the 3-point here. And then as we saw, there are some pick and pass options. So I guess that means you want the builder in your outfield here. Despite it being the same number of shots. And the fact that I don't really like the builders in the outfield being so separated. But yeah, tactically it makes sense to have a checker on the 11. Right. Yeah, certainly if your only goal is to get one guy home, you want to do this. And that is like a decent goal, especially because sometimes when you get that guy home, you're either hitting profitably or making the 3 points. Yeah, so it is important to have the builder in the outfield. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I definitely didn't see 6-6 here for whatever reason. That was my whole argument. I get for my play. I was like, oh, I don't want to leave 5-5. So I got this right, but probably for the wrong reason. If I saw it, I don't know. I might have done this if I saw it was the same number of shots, because I kind of like having the checkers connected in the outfield. But I think I do see the benefit of having the guy on the 11. Right. Yeah, it was interesting. Interesting decisions there all the way through. Luckily, I didn't make any blunders. This I don't know. I don't know. To me, what do you think, Simon? Does this look close to you? Like I thought this would be borderline, 13-9, 6-5 versus 13-9, 24-23. Like I couldn't decide between the two, and I just sort of flipped a coin in my head. I got it wrong, but apparently the computer likes 6-5 by some non-trivial amount. 6-5 wins more gammons and loses fewer gammons. Okay, this is pretty clear. Because is it because like 6-5 is just so damn productive? Yeah, losing the race. That I did think about when I first saw the computer analysis. So you're losing the race because pip count's even, but he's on roll, so he's sort of up in the race. So that means you want to err on the side of a priming game as opposed to like a running game. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, maybe that's a good like tiebreaker. Looking at the race here. Yep. Yeah. Actually, I think it's not 2 pips, but four pips. It's four pips, not 2 pips. Because the average roll is 8 pips. The average roll is 8 pips. Um, and so you might think being on roll is worth 8 pips, but the other guy rolls and then you're on roll, so it works out to 4 pips. And we can. I think we can demonstrate that. Like my claim is, similar efficiency here. My claim is if you put white on roll, if you put black on roll. My claim is if you put black on roll, down 4 pips. My claim is that it's about the game. It should be right around 50-50. So black is a tiny favorite here apparently, maybe due to efficiency reasons. But if it's like 2 pips, if black's up, black's up 6 pips, say, or is it? You're saying like 2 pips. If black's up 2 pips, black should be like a solid favorite here. Right, yeah, it's 54%, right? So that sort of shows that it's worth 4 pips, not 2 pips. Right, and if it's even, to show what you're saying, if it's even, then you're a pretty big favorite, right? Because you're on roll, exactly. So what was the other errors? The early on errors. Maybe we talked about them all. Oh yeah, this I don't know. The computer wants to run to get away to avoid being attacked a little bit. Yeah, it was 5 down. Yeah, it was 5 down before the 4-1. So we're even. So I should be thinking I'm down in the race. So let's err on the side of a priming game if all other things are sort of equal. Yeah, I think that's the right way to look at it. That's probably a big part of the reason why 6-5 is better than 24-23. What seduced me about 24-23 was the 8-point was stripped. But still, thematically, I think your argument wins the day. Yeah. Like for instance here. So here we think because we're up in the race by 6 pips after the roll, is right to play 24-23, or it's at least closer. Yeah. I think that makes sense. Exactly. Yeah. No. I think you have the good handle on it here. Even though, there's other factors here. Like splitting is less likely to be attacked here, but yeah, I think the race is sort of a good proxy for this decision. Yeah. So you're saying the 3-1 here? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, here this is quite close. I was a little surprised the computer doesn't mind buttoning up. 24-23, although making the 9 is perfectly fine. I don't really like the 23 point a lot especially when the 8 point's made. Here the 8 point isn't made, but it's likely to get made. But once again, what you're saying makes sense, right? I'm down in the race. Now I'm down 3 pips and he's on roll. So the priming game looks looks to favor black here. Even though you could argue he has like a little better structure once he makes his 8-point. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good point. Another thing, another thing good about this 23, when you're thinking about a priming game, is that a couple things actually. You spend 2 pips on white side of the board, which is nice if you're in like this delicate priming battle. It's good not to spend the 2 pips on your side of the board, but also like it's harder. It's like his prime isn't as effective at I guess the 22 point, the 23 point. It's like he has less timing because you're anchored on the 23 versus the 24 because he's running into your anchor sooner. So I guess that's why this is like a decent play, even though making the 9 is quite productive in itself. It's like the priming battle, as you say, just purely favors black here. So I guess that's a really good argument for making the 23 here. And then in this complicated last game, apparently he didn't make any errors. All right. Well, that was good. Thanks for chatting. Yeah, good comments. Yeah, you came up with some decent insights that I wasn't even thinking about really, and I probably should, especially with that 4-1 out of the opening. I do think about the race in these situations, but I definitely wasn't giving enough weight to the race argument that you pointed out. Cool. Glad you got something out of this. Yep. To the watchers in the future, hope you got something out of this also. And I'll see you next time. Yep. Good night.